You're watching Reddit Troll.
What are some dark meanings in popular songs not many people know about? Hey, Outcast is actually a song about how he can't keep a relationship together and is struggling, even though the tune is extremely upbeat. Semi-Charmed Life is about meth addiction. You're Beautiful by James Blunt is about a homeless drug addict who fantasizes about a random girl he just met. Don't Fear the Reaper is about a man convincing his girlfriend to commit suicide. Despicito is actually a very inappropriate song if you know what the words mean. She Bop Cyndi Lauper, Jilling. Tears in Heaven, Eric Clapton. About his toddler son that fell out a hotel window. Sarah by Fleetwood Mac is an ode to Stevie Nicks' aborted baby. The Way by Fastball is based on the true story of an elderly couple ostensibly walking to a carnival instead wandering off into the West Texas desert to die. Do You Hear What I Hear? Is about the Cuban Missile Crisis. The lyrics are so well done that had the songwriters not explicitly pointed out the metaphor, then it would just sound like a literal Bible song. Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones. I haven't seen it mentioned, but the lyrics are really dark. Gangnam Style is about people trying to live a lavish lifestyle by looking rich and elite, but you're actually faking it. Born in the USA is not promoting the USA, it's actually an anti-USA song. Despite its upbeat nature, Mind Playing Tricks on Me by the Ghetto Boys is about suicide and hallucination. I'll Be Watching You by the Police is actually not a love song. It is written from the perspective of a stalker who talks about his victim. Don't Stand So Close to Me by Sting is about a teacher wanting to have an inappropriate relationship with one of his students. He even makes a reference to Lolita. Edit, correct spelling error. Pumped Up Kicks is about a school shooting. And Bop by Hanson. Truly a surprise when you listen to the other verses. People think that Disturbed's Down with the Sickness, was just another hit metal song, but every song they make is about battling depression and addiction. It's what that band's total existence is about. There She Goes by The Lass is about heroin. Wrecking Ball is the saddest song in the world. Basically half of Bruce Springsteen's music. Born in the USA, Dancing in the Dark, I'm on Fire, Hungry Heart, The River, just to name a few. Edit to add a song. In the Air Tonight is about a divorce. Don't Fear the Reaper is about committing suicide. Stinkfist by Tool is about anal fisting. Bad Moon Rising, by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Really upbeat tune, but the lyrics talk about how bad times are a-coming. Many of Melanie Martinez's songs. There is also Lemon Boy Cave Town, Boy in the Bubble Alec Benjamin / I will elaborate if needed, If You're Out There John Legend. That's some I remember. Christmas Skids, Raw. Absolute bop, but the lyrics are incredibly dark and imply a man's wife changes her name and runs away after he gets arrested, but he escapes and hunts her down. Crimson and Clover. Over and Over. It's about a girl losing her virginity in the grass, rolling around. Every Breath You Take by the Police is basically about a stalker. A lot of Police songs are really fucked up songs disguised by catchy melodies. Pearl Jam's Jeremy is about a boy committing suicide in front of his class. Born in the USA is about the sad story of a war veteran. The Way, by Fastball, is about an elderly couple both with Alzheimer's who take a walk in a desert only to be found 2 weeks later in the bottom of a ravine. The song You Are My Sunshine. The third verse says lyrics as follows. I'll always love you, and make you happy. If you will only say the same. But if you leave me, to love another, you'll regret it all someday. Edit, verse number. Thank you /dagger me. I Took a Pill in Ibiza by Mike Posner. It's basically about him falling out of fame and how the fame was like a drug to him. You don't wanna be high like me, never really knowing why like me, you wanna step off that roller coaster and be all alone. It's about him realizing that he identified too much with the fame and now that is gone he is all alone. It's such a bouncy club beat though that most people don't know the song is that depressing, and ironically enough that song shot him back up into popularity. That children's song Ring Around the Rosie is about the Black Plague. Under the Bridge by TRHCP is about heroin use/addiction. I believe it was the lead singer Anthony Kiedis who got into a motorcycle accident and had to go through treatment and recovery basically without pain medication because his body didn't react to it anymore. The song Big in Japan by Alphaville, on the surface sounds like upbeat 80s synth pop. But the theme Big in Japan refers to the singer and romantic partner suffering from heroin addiction. The theme being, if our lives here fail, we could still be big in Japan. Essentially, if you are a failure in your home country, you still have a chance somewhere else. But, in this case, they're already on the road to death. Not exactly popular, but this little fact makes you rethink the entire song. There's a sea shanty called The Captain's Daughter. You listen to it and assume it's about a really ugly woman that the captain makes people spend the night with as punishment. Ha, no, it's about the cat-o'-nine-tails whip, which was often nailed to a mast in a bag. The captain's daughter was just sort of slang for it. The freshman, the verve pipe. Getting his ex pregnant, her having an abortion and suicide by overdosing on Valium. A lot of childhood songs are about dark things. Think Ring Around a Rosie, Jack and Jill, that raining song that goes it's raining it's pouring, etc. 16 Years from the FIFA 15 soundtrack is about an addiction to drugs and gambling. Every Breath You Take by The Police is about a stalker and is not romantic at all. Same for Possession by Sarah McLachlan. Slide by the Goo Goo Dolls is about a girl getting an abortion. Not a very popular song, but the story behind Come Dancing by the Kinks gets me every time. The song is about the singer being a young boy and seeing his older sister get home late from dancing at the local club every weekend. Now that they're older, the club has been torn down, but the sister lets her daughters go out dancing and get away with more than she did. It's really sweet and nostalgic, so one day I looked it up to see if maybe the sister had ever commented on this fun song her brother wrote about her. Turns out, the singer did have an older sister that actually bought him his first guitar one Christmas, then went out to her favorite dance club. That night she died of a heart defect, right there on the dance floor on Christmas Eve. The last verse about her having kids and letting them stay out late dancing is just the future he wishes she got to have.